My guys, my gals, my squadron, yes you. Today is a very special review, and it is in fact going to be the very first pizza showdown. I'm going to make two of these pizzas at once and directly compare them. I bought two of these pizzas that don't really fit in with the Supreme style tier list thing, but they're both like two healthy alternative pizzas, I guess. They're not vegan, but I'm pretty sure they're both vegetarian. We've got this Amy's Margarita pizza, and we've got this Caulipower pizza. They both look really good, and they're kind of like healthier versions of pizza. So I'm excited to try these. I'm going to make them both at once, and I'm going to directly compare them in a head-to-head showdown. Let's get it. So first up, we have this Amy's Margarita pizza with organic tomatoes and basil and mozzarella. And then we've got this Caulipower veggie pizza, a medley of red, green, and yellow peppers, basil, mozzarella, and tomato sauce on a cauliflower crust. Very similar ingredients on these, so hopefully it is a good comparison. Right off the bat, you can note that these pizzas are considerably smaller than the typical frozen pizza. Amy's one weighs a little over a pound, and this Caulipower one weighs under a pound. Amy's one's a little thicker, this one's a little thinner. This one looks like some fancy stuff, pretty high quality. Got them big chunks of mozzarella. And this one looks like more typical frozen pizza type deal. So, oh, that crust is extra thin. So yeah, I'm going to throw these both in the oven, and let's get them going. Yeah. I've got my oven preheated to 450 degrees. The Amy's, that's the temperature it's said to cook the Amy's. Step. And the Caulipower one, it said it was supposed to cook at 425, but I put them at 450, and I'm going to cook them for about the same period of time, maybe take one out sooner. The Amy's I put on the bottom. Usually you're supposed to put them in the center. I didn't really consider the placement of the racks, but now my oven's really hot. I'm not going to change it. So Amy's on bottom, Caulipower on top, and hopefully they turn out good. Alright, so these things have been in here for like 10 minutes. I think that's all they need. The Amy's in particular I'm a little worried about because it's on the bottom. I feel like the crust is going to get overdone very quickly. Oh, it's really hard to get out. Damn, dude. Can't get it out. Sometimes you just gotta be a man and use your hand. Damn, that thing's like liquid in the middle. Caulipower looks just about perfect. Yeah, baby. Sorry, I was too close. Yeah, baby. All right, these look pretty damn good. The only thing is kind of weird. Some Amy's sloshing around a little bit, and also the crust is pure black, and that's because it was on the bottom. It was getting all the smoke and all the shit from the crusties on the bottom there. This one's like absolutely perfect, so my fault on that. Next time I'll definitely move the bottom rack up so they at least this one would have a chance to not have a burnt crust. My suspicion with the Amy's as well is that maybe the center isn't cooked all the way. But I'm sticking my finger in there and it's like still really hot in the middle, so yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure about that. It's kind of weird. All right, so right away, unfair advantage to Caulipower because I burnt the Amy's crust, but if the Amy's is really good, maybe it will, overcome that error by me and beat out the Caulipower. We'll have to see. I kind of knew that was going to happen, and I rolled with it anyways, so bad on me. Let's try this Caulipower first. It looks quite perfect. Super, super thin. Right away, first slice down, there's not a lot of substance to this pizza, not a lot of flavor either. I think I probably let it rest a little too long. It's kind of hard to do 2 pizzas at once. Maybe it's better right out of the oven, but there's just not a lot to this pizza. It's very, very thin. There's not getting a lot of flavor, That's kind of, you don't have meat on a pizza. I think the meat is where a pizza gets a lot of the flavor, at least for frozen pizza. And then, if it has good sauce or good cheese, that can definitely uplift the pizza as well. Let's check out this Amy's slice now. Looks good. It's really good. Even though I burnt the crust on the bottom, it's still really fluffy. It's really good. It's very saucy and cheesy. I can really get the basil and the mozzarella, and the tomato sauce is really good. I'm really getting all the flavors of this one. Honestly, it's a very quick battle. It's a very easy decision for me. Amy's beats the Caulipower. When you compare the way, I'm even going to get like the best looking slice. Compare the way these look, it's easy to tell why. There's just more substance to the Amy's. I think Amy's is definitely known for using really quality ingredients. I eat Amy's bowls for lunch all the time. Honestly, a little disappointed by this Caulipower pizza because it did look really good. It just doesn't have a lot of substance, not a lot of flavor to it. So I might even be able to finish both of these pizzas if I'm honest, because they're both really small. But as far as the battle goes, Amy wins, hands down. And I guess I'll eat as much as I can and give you a final rating on both pizzas. All right, y'all, I have eaten my fill. And you can see here, I finished the Amy's, left 4 slices of the Caulipower. I maybe could have put away the Caulipower as well, but I was already full with 2 slices left of the Amy's. And it was so good that I just had to finish, but Caulipower, I'm like, yeah, I'll just leave it for a snack later or something. Caulipower just wasn't that good. Not a lot of flavor, not a lot of substance. It's unique that it has that cauliflower crust. It's good if you're trying to cut down on gluten or whatever. But it just didn't have a lot going for it. I'm going to have to give it a really low rating of 1 out of 8 slices. I feel bad. I feel bad to do that to any pizza. But it's just like also not that like the value isn't that good. I think it's $5 or $6 or something for like the tiniest pizza in the world. And just something, for something that doesn't have any flavor, and then it's also just like really small, and then it's still like not the cheapest frozen pizza you can get. kind of a bummer, man. If you're gonna have a veggie pizza, you have to have good sauce and good cheese and like bold flavors with those two things and a good crust. And Caulipower missed kind of on everything, whereas the Amy's hit on everything. The crust was great, the cheese was good, the sauce was good. I could taste the basil. Great flavors, great consistency, and I burned the crust. I thought it was going to be an unfair advantage, but Amy's still slapped the shit out of Caulipower. Amy's was really good. In fact, obviously cooking two pizzas at the same time is not the way to go, because you're not going to be able to get them both cooked perfectly. So it would be more fair, to the pizza's ratings if I cooked them individually and did their own reviews. I'm not going to do that, but Amy's, I'm going to give it a rating of 6 out of 8 slices. I think it was that good. It's a little expensive. I think it's $7 or something, but it was just as good of quality as any of the other frozen pizzas that I had. Some of the best quality and some of the best flavor. Me being a meat guy, obviously the meat pizzas are gonna have an edge over any of the vegetable pizzas. But this Amy's Margarita pizza is really good, and I would definitely add it to my lineup of usual pizzas that I buy. Very impressed with it. So kudos to Amy's, always killing it, just having really quality ingredients and tasty food. So that's it for the Pizza Showdown, the first ever Pizza Showdown. Let me know what you think, and if there's any other two brands you want to see go head to head, I would definitely like to do a direct comparison again, but maybe next time find out a better way to cook them. I think the biggest downfall was just that I put the Amy's on the bottom rack. Either way, it was still great, and thank you guys for watching, and I will see you on the next one.